Saul's death in 1 Samuel 31 isn't just the end of a king, it's a powerful lesson about God's will and the grace we're called to extend, even to those who fail us. Imagine a man who once had everything, only to fall from grace in the most tragic way, yet in the midst of his failure, a group of men risks their lives to honor him. This story teaches us that God's plan often unfolds through ordinary, even painful events, and that honoring others, despite their flaws, has a value that transcends time. Want to know how this story can change the way you see the people around you? Keep reading, because the lessons of Saul's death are more relevant today than you might think. Then, let's read the chapter together. Now the Philistines fought against Israel. The Israelites fled before them, and many fell dead on Mount Gilboa. The Philistines were in hot pursuit of Saul and his sons, and they killed his sons Jonathan, Abinadab, and Malchishua. The fighting grew fierce around Saul, and when the archers overtook him, they wounded him critically. Saul said to his armor-bearer, "Draw your sword and run me through, or these uncircumcised fellows will come and run me through and abuse me." But his armor-bearer was terrified and would not do it, so Saul took his own sword and fell on it. When the armor-bearer saw that Saul was dead, he too fell on his sword and died with him. So Saul and his 3 sons and his armor-bearer and all his men died together that same day. When the Israelites along the valley and those across the Jordan saw that the Israelite army had fled and that Saul and his sons had died, they abandoned their towns and fled. And the Philistines came and occupied them. The next day, when the Philistines came to strip the dead, they found Saul and his 3 sons fallen on Mount Gilboa. They cut off his head and stripped off his armor, and they sent messengers throughout the land of the Philistines to proclaim the news in the temple of their idols and among their people. They put his armor in the temple of the Ashtoreths and fastened his body to the wall of Beth-shan. When the people of Jabesh-Gilead heard what the Philistines had done to Saul, all their valiant men marched through the night to Beth-shan. They took down the bodies of Saul and his sons from the wall of Beth-shan and went to Jabesh, where they burned them. Then they took their bones and buried them under a tamarisk tree at Jabesh, and they fasted 7 days. Let's say a quick prayer to thank the Lord for His mercy. God, thank you so much for this time of learning. I'm grateful for the wisdom you've revealed to me through Saul's story and the actions of the men of Jabesh-Gilead. Please help me take this knowledge and apply it in my everyday life, whether it's honoring others, extending grace, or trusting that you're always working behind the scenes. Guide me to live out these lessons with humility and love. Thank you for your constant presence and for always teaching me, even in the hardest moments. Amen. As you reflect on Saul's death and the actions of the men of Jabesh-Gilead, ask yourself, how are you honoring those around you, even when they don't deserve it? Are you willing to extend grace, just as they did, despite someone's flaws or failures? Imagine the impact it could have on your relationships, your work, and your life. Remember, honoring others isn't always about their perfection, it's about recognizing their value, even when they fall short. So, who in your life could use a little more honor and respect right now? Don't wait for the perfect moment, start today. If you found this valuable, make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications, so you don't miss out on more insights like these. And, as always, don't forget to check the last video and learn more about the scriptures.